Three, two, one. Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to episode 179 of the KBMOD podcast. We've got Diction on the cast tonight. Diction.
Hi.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Great. Not much. I'm good.
Yeah. Well, we were talking a little bit before the cast. You had a little bit of a rough night. Not necessarily rough.
I woke up drunk today.
That's a good night then. Okay.
That is, yeah, probably good. But you're a trooper for powering through and being here with us.
I try.
And I think the rest of the normal cast, right? Everyone else is here.
Yeah.
Accounted for.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's nice. So
Great
it
to see
is.
you, Nick Fenton.
Yes. Yeah. Well.
Always a pleasure, Nick.
Yeah, it's always good.
He's on hiatus. He's on hiatus.
He'll be back at some point.
He's dead, actually. We just haven't figured out how to tell you guys.
Have you guys been able to tell?
We're ghostwriting his Twitter account.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been writing all of his tweets and stuff like that. It's been all
We're also
awkward
ghost riding his corpse.
Yeah.
Jesus, we've strapped
God
wheels on
damn.
it, and we've just been riding them down hills and then just jumping out.
That's what happens when rigor mortis sets in. It's really fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot you can do with a dead body, trust me.
That's when it gets fun.
Growing up in Philly, you learn some
The
tricks.
stiffer they are, the stiffer I am.
Oh no!
And this has been episode
And-
179.
all right.
Have a good night.
Now to our
you guys out there?
sponsors to recap. No, I'm just kidding.
It took all of 2 minutes to have necrophilia on this podcast.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a
we have
record
more
you need to beat.
sponsors.
I didn't say the date. I know. I'm sorry. It is March 1st. Holy shit. We're in March.
Yes,
of,
we are.
2015. So we did it, everybody.
It's my birthday on
Pack it in.
Yeah, it's over. Wait, it's your birthday when?
Tuesday.
Ooh, all right,
shit.
man. What you getting for your birthday? Anything fun?
Probably nothing. I never asked for
Arthritis.
anything. So.
Yeah, I have the same problem. I don't like once you get past a certain, like once you're in your 20s, it's like I don't know. And once you're out of college and you actually have a job, if you actually have a job and make your own money, it's really awkward to kind of ask for gifts. I feel like
just ask for like gift cards, you know.
yeah, that's what I get
Yeah.
to usually.
I like when I get things that don't take up space, because when I get real presents, I'm like, oh man, I gotta like find a place to put this.
Trash can works.
Yeah, that's
you just throw it. He just throws it immediately into a dumpster.
Or you can take the gift that you got and put it on the gift table of the next wedding that you don't give a shit that you're invited to, about which you don't give a shit.
man. All right, so usually, when I'm on the cast and actually quasi hosting it, hosting the podcast is, I guess, a light term, but somewhat directing the direction of things. Diction, we usually talk about obviously what we've been playing, as you know, but I also like to try to, we're all fucking nerds here. We get it. We're on the internet. Nerds are watching us. We're nerds. I mean, however, I always like to be like, did anyone do anything that wasn't like necessarily computer, video game, tech related this week? Okay.
So that was fun.
Perfect.
All right. Anything to add except that you moved, or any anecdotes?
I actually I had a good experience with Comcast moving to this new apartment. But the reason I had a good experience is because I didn't actually have to deal with them. I had to call them, and I had to tell them I was moving and whatever. But then when I moved, the guy told me that all I have to do is take my modem, take it out of the old apartment and plug it into the new one, and that it would work. And I was really incredulous. I was like, wait, really? So I'm not gonna have to call anyone. I'm not gonna have to do anything. It's just gonna work. And I was like, okay, is there a number or something I can call for when it most certainly does not work? Sure enough, I got here and I literally just I plugged the coax in and it worked. So I have nothing negative to say. I was just able to move it. Now, I guess the negative part is I had to pay like a $60 fee or something to transfer my address. But
Mine was only 15.
Well, I mean, whatever. It's Comcast. I'm sure they spin the lottery wheel, and it's like, oh well, you're 60, you're 15.
How was your
who knows?
experience with Commander moving?
Yeah, Commander moving was great. I mean, and this is the first time I've done an in-city move. Because the last time I've moved, I've always just gotten a U-Haul and moved the stuff myself. But because Hillary and I have too much stuff to really do that, we hired a moving company, and it was pretty good.
Will you ever move yourself again? No, you hired a moving company.
Probably not. Yeah. Just because, the thing is, it cost us like $500 or $600, but just moving like our couch and our bed, it's like that alone is worth the cost of a moving company because it is so difficult to move your large items that like you risk breaking your own stuff because you don't have like you don't move stuff every day of your life like these guys do. So they they put the packing stuff around it, like they actually take care of your things. Whereas if I'm moving it, it's just like, all right, well, let's pick this thing up and like hope it fits. So I'll probably just do it going forward because it's just your stuff is actually has a much higher chance of making it there in like nice condition. Yeah. So I definitely don't regret.
When I moved, the dude like walked by me holding 2 boxes, giant fucking like medium-sized boxes full of stuff behind his back, just kind of hunched over a little bit.
Yeah,
and I was like, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, this guy did that too. Instead of picking up the boxes, like you normally pick up boxes. Yeah, he backed up to them and picked them up and carried them on his back. I was like, oh my god, this is like
crazy
inside
human forklift.
It's like inside moving techniques.
It's like those African women who carry like 100
like 20 jugs of
on their
water
head.
on their head.
Yeah, then I tried it and it wasn't actually easier, but I thought it definitely felt like it would be like easier on your back, when you're doing that every single day. Yeah. Because you have to really remember to lift with your legs when you're lifting heavy boxes.
When I think of jobs that I well, there's so many jobs that I wouldn't want to do, but being someone that moves professionally, like an actual mover, I mean, I guess you probably stay in great shape, but just even the thought of moving myself anywhere is like the worst.
I hate the
doing
process. That every day of your life.
That's like a crazy job. You got to be in good shape, I would think, to do that.
I'm pretty sure if you do it for a long time, you get really fucked up. Like your body is just not okay.
I have to imagine, like, even after a few years, your back is probably just shot. Because even if you lift the right way, like you always lift with your legs and everything, you are still lifting heavy items every single day.
You're guaranteed to fuck up eventually.
I'd like to thank Rick's Big Meat for subscribing. Thank you, Rick's Big Meat.
Thank you, Rick.
So you moved.
So you're into the new place. You like the new place? It's good.
Yeah. The new place is fine. I was honestly just glad that I could keep my same internet package. That's pretty much what I cared about. So
what is your up and down for yours?
I have 125 down and 12 up.
That's what I have.
So that's Comcast is actually like reasonably priced for that here because
there's is cute.
I knew John was gonna chime in. I was waiting for it.
The thing is that there are very few. As much as I love having really fast internet, I would love to have better upload speed. But it's hard to use, unless you're downloading Steam games. It's hard to use more than 100 megabits right now. So it's not like I'm clamoring to get more speed.
I have it.
But yeah, it's great. Clearly, I would like to have it, but I also still, I still have cable too. So it's whatever.
Yeah.
But I did that, and I also this weekend I've been binge watching House of Cards. I'm almost done with it.
Please no spoilers. I'm saving it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I won't spoil anything. I'm not going to even say anything.
Is it good? How far are you?
I'm I have 2 or 3 episodes left, I think.
And it's really good?
It is really good. It's a way different. I feel like it's a way different tone than the other seasons, but I don't want to spoil.
Is this the last season of it?
I don't know. I don't want to spoil literally any piece of it, so I didn't want to talk about it. I just wanted to mention that's what I was doing.
Okay. That's good. Yeah. Has anybody here finished it besides Brandon, or gotten as far as Brandon?
Still on season 2.
Oh, okay.
I've never even seen it. So
really?
Same.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a real. I feel like it's a really good binge watching show.
Yeah.
It's a show that doesn't really have any cliffhangers. Like at the end of each episode, it's not like other shows where they sort of leave you wanting more and you have to go to the next one. It's more just like, I want to continue with the story, so I'm going to watch the next one because Netflix tells me it's going to start playing in 20 seconds anyway.
Yeah.
So I'll just sit here and continue watching.
Thank you, Netflix. Thank you.
Yeah. A lot of times a lot of times it's the opposite. It's that it'll hit you with some fucking insane. Like they'll show you, they won't wait till the next episode. The episode will end with this insane revelation, and then you're like, you want to keep watching because you're like, how the fuck are they going to deal with this?
Yeah,
or with
some of the
this?
hardest
Like,
hitting stuff in that show
like-
happens kind of in the middle of the show,
Yeah.
and you check and you're like, "What? I have 20 minutes of this episode left?" Because we're so used to
Yeah.
shows like leaving you on a cliffhanger, or the crazy thing happens at the beginning or the end of the episode or whatever. But it's like the action, like the action and drama in House of Cards is so fluid. I feel like that it's just. It's hard not to just keep watching it. That's why I wanted to just finish it this weekend, because otherwise, like I feel like I'm gonna kind of forget where I was. It's sort of like if you watch it all in one go, you feel really entranced in the story.
Okay. Did anybody else, real quick, before we jump to what we've been playing, have any other exciting life news? I'll go if no one does. I'll wait.
I ghost rode Nick Fenton's corpse up to like 35 miles an hour down a hill. It was pretty rad.
God
I
damn
watched.
it. Yeah. I was just gonna say for yesterday, Fenton, Dunkus, and Orb and I went to this festival. It wasn't even a festival, just a one night show it's called Love Groove. So right away, it's like, okay, Love Groove. But so we drove. It was like in San Bernardino, a little bit past San Bernardino for any of you California natives. But we get there and we had a hotel to check into and stuff because we're going to be there pretty late, to like 3:30. And it's like 40 degrees at like, I don't know, like 8 o'clock. So I'm not used to dealing with those temperatures now that I'm a giant pussy and, have been away from the East Coast for a while.
You don't know anything about cold.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't even know. And there was like a wind chill. So I'll go with wind chill. It's probably like in the high 30s. But, so we're going to be inside and, dancing and stuff like that and around a bunch of sweaty people. So we're not going to bring like hoodies. So we go from the hotel. We walk to the place. It's like, I don't know, like half a mile. We get there. There's one guy at the door checking IDs, and the line is like snaking for like, as far as the eye can see. So we get in line. The wind is just howling at us, freezing cold. Just everything is, and we're already like, man, this is, I don't know. This seems like kind of like a basement kind of thing. Like I don't even know who's sponsoring this. Like maybe we shouldn't be here. Turn around. There's a guy. The line's not moving at all, and all the security guards are like, it's not my fault. They only have one guy checking IDs and all this kind of stuff. This guy comes down the line just hollering. He goes, Express line, pay $20 and get in right now. This is after we paid $50 for tickets, by the way. We're in the freezing cold, and this motherfucker is walking and saying, hey, if you got 20 more bucks, by the way, parking was $20 too if you drove. So you're already out $70. They're exploiting people wedged up against a fence, freezing, just trying to get into the event they paid for a $20 express line. We were like, this is fucking an outrage. We were having all kinds of discussions. The people were like booing the guy when he would walk by. It's pretty, like, the gall of like that is pretty
ballsy.
shocking.
Yeah.
Real ballsy. So anyway, we got in, and we're like, we finally get in through security and everything. We walk over, and we don't know anything. We have never been to any of these kind of events. We usually go to ones that are like Insomniac or kind of put on by bigger names. We get in. The first stage is in this little warehouse thing. Walk in, just the stage, just a light, just enough light so that the DJ can see the turntables. Nothing. It's just pitch black. It's like three people just kind of milling, like dancing a little bit. It's like, okay, well, So then we go, and they have 4 stages at this event. We go outside. There's tons of concessions. It looks like they spent all of the money on concessions. There's like a hot dog truck. You can get deep fried Twinkies. It's like a carnival, which is like, all right, whatever. I guess I'm not really here for the music. Apparently, I wanted to just eat treats. You go to the outdoor thing. It's just on like this hatchback trailer. This guy's standing there spinning some trance. Like 3 people outside, freezing cold, starting to rain. I was like, guys, this isn't looking good. We finally go into like the 3rd stage, and it's a little bit better, and the sound's okay, but it's just not very good. And so Douglas looked at us, and he's like, "You guys just want to go back home?" Like we had paid for a hotel, we had driven an hour and a half. We are already out like $100+, and we were like really considering leaving. And then we found out, by the way, there was also no lineup of any of the DJs anywhere. None. We found the lineup off some girl's Instagram page, which hashtag Love Groove, and had written it in like a text file. That was the only official lineup, and it turned out to be accurate. I don't know what Love Groove was doing. There were no signs to any of the stages. Come to find out, there's a fourth stage, but it's the last place in the entire park. You have to walk through the entire park, and there's no signs or anything. This is where all like the big acts were playing some of the guys that we wanted to see. And we finally get in there, and anyway, we ended up salvaging the night a little bit. It ended up being okay, but anyway, it's just I think I don't know. I don't know if I could recommend Love Group for any of you ravers out there. You know, maybe stay a little shy. That really pissed me off that someone in the chat said it's not exploiting to charge $20 for that wasn't any. Also, it wasn't in the terms of the ticket or anything like that. There was no VIP. It was clearly a hatchet job by the place that was renting out the facilities. And the guy was on the walkie-talkie too, or on his phone, and walks by at one point and is like, "Yeah, he's like, some people are biting, not as many as I'd like though," and then walks by.
Oh
That's
my
so
God.
fucking scummy.
That's
That
sort of
is
how I
a
figure
douche.
every
Like-
concert promoter is
God
though,
damn.
because
Yeah.
it's always like that. It's like, oh, do you want to park anywhere remotely close to the venue? Here,
Exactly.
pay $20 in cash to this
No,
guy
they-
standing at the front.
Yep.
$20 seems cheap to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to console prices. Dan, those are like
Yeah.
$35. I'm saying console energy center in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
It's like $35
Oh.
to park there.
It's so
for the park.
ridiculous.
So we're taking a crack at console gaming.
Yeah.
Um,
me too.
No.
It's literally the
Oh.
only.
Oh, and then at one
I
point we
understand.
were talking. There was this fence that we were already against a fence, and there's like a wood log keeping everybody in line. They put up another artificial, like, I don't know, like fence for some reason to like pen us in like hens. It kept blowing over in the wind and falling over. People were tripping over it. People in line are like popping drugs like that. It's already a hazard. You're like looking around like these people are gonna die. These people are gonna be liable. And then a girl walks by as like it's just total chaos, and says to her friend, she's like, "Looks way more organized than the last event." And I was like,
Jesus Christ.
what the fuck
Yikes.
is going on? So anyway, yeah,
That was
it
what a
was just
fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
whatever
it
that
was-
last
it-
event was.
the first two. Yeah, I was like the last event. I'm picturing
only like 7 more fatalities than the last event.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Stage
was it like
collapsed only a couple times.
only like 4 or 5 killed? Yeah, at stage 2. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that's what I did this weekend. But all right. So gaming. Dan. All right,
well,
go ahead. Did you do something?
I went to the bar last night and we didn't know it was karaoke night,
Yeah.
and that is like the worst feel, because then you're like, I got to sit in this loud bar with people who are terrible at singing for the rest of the night. 'Cause we-
Like, as much as I love karaoke, you got to do it right. You can't do bar karaoke. It's
So-
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Shitty.
the karaoke dude was a dude with a guitar amp and a laptop, and he had a mic system. And he had no idea like how to put anything at a proper level. And there was this table full of African American girls who were incredible. They could all sing like it was unbelievable. But then whenever they would sing, nobody wanted to go up after because
Right. Just
They're the
Right.
karaoke
Right.
tryhards.
blown everybody out of the
Karaoke
water.
tryhards.
yeah.
try hard.
So this girl next to us is with her friend, and she is white girl wasted, like on another level. And she keeps like hugging me, like they're not at our table; they're at the table next to us. She keeps hugging me and going, I want to do Madonna's Like a Prayer. Should I do Madonna's Like a Prayer?" And I'm like, yeah, you should. You should go
Oh,
up there and
God
do
damn.
Madonna's Like a Prayer." And so she's like, I want to do this move though. And she says, on her knees, I'm going to drop down to my knees. I was like, all right, you should definitely do that as well.
You're a bad person.
Yeah.
I know. So she goes up and does it horribly.
Now she's dead.
Horribly. Yeah, now she's dead. And I get up to go to the bathroom, and my buddy Ron gives her my hat because she's going to go out and go have a cigarette. And I'm like, you now owe me a hat, dude, because this thing is not coming back. And so she puts her hat on my head, though, like as she's leaving. So now I have some stranger's lice, most likely.
Oh God. Yeah.
I mean, this girl
Because
was out of-
everyone gets fucking lice.
So
Everyone's got lice.
yeah.
But you.
So she kept saying how this was her grandma's hat, and like like she was wearing her grandmother's hat, and like her grandmother had died in some tragic way.
And then she put it on your head.
Yeah.
And that hat.
Oh,
and then
God.
she kept like she got super emotional and started crying. When she came back
Jesus.
about her like it was
Oh no.
I just wanted to have a beer,
Yeah.
That's
you
part
sound
of
like,
it. Great
yeah.
night.
Good Lord.
but it
Did,
ended with that occurring.
Yeah. Wow.
I got my hat back though.
That's good.
I plucked it off her head. I was like, "You're not going anywhere with this." After what I've seen some
Well,
shit.
If it makes you feel any better, it sounds like you didn't get her lice. I think you got her dead grandmother's lice.
Yeah.
Those lice have seen like two depressions.
Yeah. Like I was just
They're
like,
lice with experience.
And our friend who was with us was like, Dan, why aren't you wearing your wedding ring? And I don't wear my wedding ring very much anymore because I can't feel my ring finger. I have no feeling in it because of what happened. So I don't wear it because if it falls off, I'll never know.
You don't even notice.
So I wouldn't even know.
So you're just, it just looks like eligible.
So this girl was like,
town, man.
Dude,
Damn.
she wanted all 3 married dudes at this table with one of my friend's wives was there too, and she was just like, she was ready. She was ready for everybody to come home. She kept telling us how she was borrowing her boyfriend's car that day because he was gone, and she had wrecked it real bad. And like, I was like, this girl is just.
So was she out? If she was like, okay, so I wrecked my boyfriend's car. Since I've already like fucked them over really bad, let's just
you guys
really fuck them over.
Yeah, you guys want to come
on them.
Come home.
Like you
with
come
me?
back from vacation, your girlfriend not only wrecked your fucking car, but also cheated on you, and then she like killed his dog or something. Like,
Jesus.
just complete the trifecta.
Stole a man's hat from a bar.
Yeah.
That doesn't affect him so much, but it is rude.
Oh well.
That was it for me though.
Alrighty. Well, that's good. I love when we share things from our week. It makes us, we all come closer together every time. It's really just, this is an exercise that I do for all of us. So, all right. Well, what about what we've been playing this week? Let's start with Diction, and then we'll go down the list. First game.
Boy. Sleeping Dogs. Trying to finally finish that game that's like 3 years old.
It's such a good
And
game.
it is so good. And Homeworld Remastered, I played that with Hex, and it's fucking great.
Yeah, I've heard
Holds
that's
up
really good.
really well. Yeah, no, it's you would if you didn't know any better, you'd think the game was brand new. It works so well and it's so beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
As far as or what was the first game you just said? Why am I already?
Sleepy Dogs,
Oh yeah, Sleepy Dogs. Yeah.
unconscious puppies.
Is it You're saying you like it a lot. Yeah, Dan, you always rate. I gotta play that too at some point. But
It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
a really good.
Is it just like the story's good as well? Like how open world is it compared to like a Grand Theft Auto or like Mafia?
It's like those games.
Same deal.
Is it? Okay.
The story is pretty cool. It's like, undercover cop in Hong Kong type thing.
Yeah.
Lots of seedy characters and weird. This is like this weird. This isn't like a spoiler, but like you could date like different women. And like you go on like 1.5 dates with this one girl at a karaoke bar, and the date literally is you just do karaoke, and then she's like, maybe I can sit on your lap later. Like that's how it, and then it fades out. And then like later on, there's like a fucking side quest where you're like the dude outside your apartment has like a little fucking blurb on top of his head to talk to him, and he's saying like, hey, I saw Tiffany like hanging out with this guy, and all of a sudden your character's like, what? What the fuck? And like
She
it's
sits
this
on
whole
my
side,
lap.
this whole side thing where you fucking like tail her, like you like fucking follow her to find this guy, and then you confront her. And I accidentally killed her with my motorcycle the first try, so I had to do it over. But it's like, yeah, and like the whole time I was screaming, and I was like,
Tiffany.
what is wrong with this guy? Like he's dating 3 women. Like why the fuck why does he care so much about this? And sure enough, the dialogue exchange is like, she's like, oh, so you can fuck around all you want, but I can't. It was like, and he was like, okay, I guess you're right. All right, I'm sorry. Let me fix this. And she's like, no, too late, Wei Shun. And then she fucking like, walks away. And then I beat the shit out of her. And she was like conscious.
Jesus.
And then the ambulance came, and I was gonna like watch them put her in and like take her away. And then they just like got back in the car and drove off without her. They're like, oh, no, she's fine.
really
She's
not-
fine. Yeah.
Things are really not going her way.
That's amazing. Well, that is the best. All right, I'm definitely gonna be playing that now. That's the
Yeah, I
best
know. It's
review
worth it
I've
just
ever
for
heard.
that alone. And the karaoke minigame is pretty fun too.
Yeah, there's like a remastered edition sort of thing on Steam.
Is it
now,
quick
too,
time
APL.
button or what? Like how do
No,
you do
it's like you use the stick to like, it's like a what do you call it? Like Guitar Hero. So you have to get the cursor
Like
in the
rhythm.
right.
Oh, okay.
And I just like to sing along while I do it because it's fun.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, there's like a remastered edition, Scott, if you do buy it, that has like all the DLC and stuff.
Yeah, I will probably. I definitely. Yeah, I haven't bought it yet. But
Now that you have a 972, you'll be able to crank it up
nice.
because it's a beautiful game too.
Yeah. All right. So that's Diction. What about you, Blacklight? You've been playing.
pretty much the same things I've been playing. Hearthstone, Monster Hunter. Super addicted to kind of both of them. Hearthstone, I'm kind of Like I ended, I think, rank 11 last season, which is I think the highest I've ever been. But I don't know that I really care enough about the game, and I don't care enough about playing the same 4 copy pasted decks in ranked to ever hit legendary. And I just use copy pasted decks myself, so I'm a hypocrite. Um, and I started playing Diablo 3 actually, just because why not? Just because I was actually watching the Crip Arena play some D3, and the end game actually looked pretty interesting, and like the story fucking blows. And I know most people don't care about the story in Diablo. I always really liked the story in Diablo. I thought the story in Diablo 3 was like atrociously bad, and it definitely turned me off. The story still sucks. There's no fixing that. But I am going to say that the end game looks fun. I will be playing the end game. I'm going to level up a wizard because I'm a wizard Harry, and that's really it.
Monster Hunter is a game, you're always tweeting about it, but I'm intrigued as far as, is it like a really grindy, so is it an open world grindy kind of game? Where
it's got
like
kind of Diablo style multiplayer, where you can have like a limited amount of people in a room.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then rather than, I'll give you the quick, because I talked about it for like a long ass time on the last podcast, so I'll give you the quick version. Basically, you sign up for a quest which has a goal to kill a certain monster. The monster's like a dragon or something. It's not really like a giant, like a spooky monster. It's like a giant animal. Sometimes with like frost breath or something cool like that. You kill it, and then you get pieces. You carve off pieces of it, and you make armor and weapons out of it. You kill a bunch of them, you make an armor set. And then you kill the next big thing. Okay. And it's actually really fun because it ends up being like a 3D action game where every fight is a boss fight, more or less. Because these things can take like 15 minutes to track through the environment and take down eventually. So it's actually really fun. And then it has a whole bunch of weapon classes that all function completely differently. So you have to like learn your weapon. It's fun.
Okay. Yeah. Looks interesting. It's always one of those. That's a very Japanese.
It's very Japanese. Very charming. Yeah. Very charming game.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Brandon. Hit me, baby, one more time.
I didn't. Did I talk about Tomb Raider at all 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah, a little bit. Did you beat it though? Finally,
I haven't had a chance to beat it yet because I was moving all last week. So I'm still. I played like a little bit of it, but I'm still. I want to finish it, but then House of Cards got in the way. Really, all I've played this week is Hearthstone. I got to like rank 5 or 6, really kind of without meaning to. And so I'm sort of like, if I hadn't had to move, I might have tried to go for Legend. But yeah, so I've just been playing a bit of that as normal. Nothing crazy.
Okay. Any league ARAMs or anything? Nothing.
Not really. Not this week. Okay. It was moving, and then just working a lot. So I didn't get a chance to play much.
I don't even know that game anymore. Like, I'll just pop in because I haven't played League in months now. Like, seriously. And there's like this new fucking ADC that I don't understand.
See, that's why ARAMs are so good, because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
You just pop in and you have fun every time you play.
You don't always have fun in ARAMs if you're getting shit on, but yeah, I know what you mean.
That's true. That's true. But but if you don't have fun one game, it's like, all right, well, that was like a not great 20 minutes.
Yeah,
instead of a not great hour.
That's true. All right. John, what about you?
A little bit of Dota, a little bit of CSGO. Not really
CSGO.
much anything. My WoW raids for the week, the normal. CSGO's fun. I like CSGO. I just don't have anybody to play with, so.
Yeah.
You guys are all ESEAing and shit and like trying to be professionals, but
losing. No, I don't. Yeah. Well, listen, we have a positive. We're 8-6 right now, boys. We can still make playoffs. We'll see. We lost yeah, exactly. We lost to I don't know if you guys in the source days remember Verge, and some of the other teams, but or players like Mustang, and anyway, they're a team of a lot of like invite players, and we basically I streamed that game, but we had that Dust 2 game 1. We had them on match point twice, and then they ecoed us, and we ended up losing. But it actually was a really I felt like pretty fun game to watch and fun game to play in. Brutal to lose it, but. I guess I'm just segueing into what I've been playing this week too, as far as the CS stuff. But anyway, if we win our next couple matches, we'll probably make playoffs. We'll have to see how it goes. And then I've been playing San Andreas for the past like 3 weeks, and I'm on the last mission, and I don't know, I might have to grind some more. So at the very spoilers if you haven't played San Andreas to completion. Sorry, but the last mission. At the last mission, Officer Tenpenny or whatever in the game, like this guy's been manipulating the whole time, ends up getting released, and there's this big public like press release about it, and the whole city of like everywhere is rioting basically, and you have to go and you also have to capture these gang territories, like 35% of these gang territories that you lost from your hood, and if you don't get 35%, you can't start the mission, and each section is like 2%. Anyway, I know it sounds like I'm just doing a bunch of math, but it basically resulted in me not being able to do the last mission and then having to grind off stream to like get a bunch of stuff done during like the worst time. Like if I'd grinded the 35% I needed without there being riots in the street, it would have been way smarter, but I didn't know obviously like where the game was going. So anyway, I got that done, and then now, yeah, I tried to do the last mission last night before I left, and anyway, it's apparently like this 30 or 45 minute epic, so I'm almost done. I'm almost done with that game. I really enjoyed it. I never played San Andreas at all. Like people can't believe me, but I was like, no, I never touched it. So definitely like really, as far as like voice acting and just general like overall story, it was just really good.
Once you finish it, watch someone speedrun it and feel bad about yourself.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, I absolutely will.
GTA speedruns.
Those runs
are so crazy.
Yeah, they're surprisingly
I love those.
really cool.
Yeah. Now playing it, that would be awesome to watch. And other than that, I'm trying to think. I'm going to Diction. Did you play the Lucius games? Lucius series?
Yeah.
Lucius 1 was such an awful game.
Yeah,
it was awful, but it was like cult status awful.
Awful?
Like,
okay.
You can still have fun with it. The new one is more sandboxy.
Okay.
So like you're going through levels where there's lots of people that you can choreograph murders of. I don't know if that was sentence structure was right. But it's mostly just kind of frustrating because you're sitting there like trying to fucking telepathically like bring a goddamn like spill stuff on the floor and have them fall into an elevator shaft or something, and they just won't do it. Okay. And it's like you can control their minds for like a little while to like force them to do things, but yeah, when it comes together though, it's hilarious. Like you'll drop a ceiling fan on them and they'll be fucking cut in two for no reason, even though it's just a plastic ceiling fan.
Nice. Yeah, I'm thinking
plastic
about
ceiling fan made of razors.
Yeah. Also, you're like in a hospital the whole time, and so like in certain levels, there's just like people on dialysis, just like laying in bed, and you can just turn it off, and then their body goes like, ugh, and it goes into slow motion, it goes murder, and you get like fucking powers.
That's okay.
It's like the best part of the game. And then sometimes I did it this one time where like I switched a chart. So instead of insulin, like someone was getting a shot of like whatever was poison to them, and the nurse, I followed the nurse and she did it, and then he died, and then she went crazy and jumped out the window and killed herself.
Holy Jesus Christ! The games you play are dark as fuck, man.
And you're a child when you do. There's also an Easter egg. You go into a bathroom and two dudes are just butt fucking, just straight up like naked, but there's no penises though. They are definitely having gay sex.
This is the second one or the first one you're talking about?
The second one.
Okay. Yeah.
The second one, yeah. There's a lot of homoeroticism in it for some reason.
Well, it sounds right up my alley. I'm definitely.
I think we're pretty down with that.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. I think that's it, right? Dan?
Wow, dude. I played some video games this week.
Oh, sorry. Dan. I thought I started.
No one cares, Dan. No one cares.
I know.
Oh no, it's because I was gonna start with you, and then you tried to you talked to me about your drunk story or your That girl that was drunk, yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I played a bunch of NHL 15 because that's all I've been doing. But then RNGesus has carried me through Isaac this week. Like, no, there is only one set of footprints on the beach right now. I was on like a 7 or 8 win streak in Isaac with the most overpowered, ridiculous builds by the end. Just like, it was unbelievable. So I've been playing a good chunk of that. I did a new stream on the channel Saturday morning. We had a shitload of people come out for it. It was awesome. And RNGesus, once again, he had me in his arms and brought me across. So I did that, and I played Diablo 3 as well on Friday and got pretty drunk. But it is awesome. It's super good. We got like halfway through Act 2, I think, and we're already at like level 35 or something. So I'm playing a Crusader for the first time. So, but that game is it's just as good as it always was. But new patches, they keep doing the seasonal shit is awesome too. So it's like Ladder was in Diablo 2. But it seems like a lot of people in the community are also picking it back up. There's a lot of people online, and our guild or clan or whatever it's called is capped out on people at like 250 or something. So hopefully we'll kick in active people and bring new people in if you're waiting, because I know people were telling me that. So, but no, APL didn't talk about Life is Strange. Did you play Life is Strange, Scott?
Oh, that was like two. Was that last week? Shit. I don't think it was last week, but I would have been
all run together for you.
They do, dude. At this point, man, being a Twitch streamer is my job, dude. Every day, it's just I don't even. What is today? Friday? Today's Friday, right?
Yeah, I doubt you even know the day. You wouldn't even know the day of the week if you didn't have a podcast.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah. That's so true. Is that I only look at the date on my computer when.
So let's see how many days until the podcast. Okay, it's Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, just count. That's right. No, I'm sorry. I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't on last week, so it would have been 2 weeks ago. But I did play Life is Strange, and first of all, that game just to stream it and play through it is one of the most fun experiences because, it's really good. I actually liked it a lot. It's very easy to make fun of and laugh at, but it's also the overall technically visually it looks really really good on the Unreal Engine.
How interactive is it compared to Telltale's games?
I feel like it is. That's a good question. It's hard to compare. It strikes a decent balance. The worlds are a lot more fleshed out. It's way more as far as being able to look at stuff and your options. It's way above Telltale by I don't know 60-70%. It's a lot more. There's a lot more options to do. And it's just a lot more polished than any of the. I played Game of Thrones, the Telltale. I'm sorry, I also played Game of Thrones, the two Telltale ones, which I was meh on. I didn't really like them that much, but. This was really good. As for $5, I thought the story's pretty cool as well. I did kind of say that it should be called white people problems because it's a little bit angsty and it's very artsy, right? It's a girl going to art school. She's it's a special art school. She's 18, I guess, a senior in high school. She takes selfies. She's very obsessed with selfies, and so there's a lot of
thrown back in time, which happened to be 6 or 7 times in high school. I mean, fuck me, right?
Yeah, exactly. So the rewind mechanic is cool. This is not a spoiler because you find this out right away.
It's crazy that developer. So I don't know if you knew this, Scott, but those are the people who made Remember Me.
I did not play Remember Me. But yeah,
so they took the time mechanics straight from that game, basically.
Yeah,
which were the best thing about Remember Me. So they're just
right.
Yeah, all right, we did this right. Nothing else was good, but
I think they did. Yeah, I think they did really, really well with this. As just, I think it. I don't know. I think it strikes the chords it means to. I'm going to be interested to see where the rest of the episodes go. But at the end of it, I was really, really happy with it, especially for $5. I thought it was really. It was of really, really good quality, and a lot of just tons of dialogue options. That was one thing that was impressive if you were Action Edition, compared to Telltale, is you can pretty much. There's a lot of things that you can look at, and if you're at one point you're walking down your hallway in your school, and you can read every single poster. You have a journal that has all the characters, and you get just the way they integrate it is really cool. You're playing as Sam in the game, and your mom will text you, and then it goes to your phone, and you see yourself typing the text and responding. Anyway, it's a really interesting game, and I think it's going to be. Hopefully, the next episodes are as good as the first one was. But yeah, definitely recommend. And the time rewind mechanic is interesting because I felt at first it would be cheap because obviously you just rewind. If you make a decision that you don't want to make, you just rewind and then do the other thing. So you can basically see every single option in the game, which is kind of cool. Which I didn't always do. I didn't always choose one and then rewind and then choose the other, then rewind and then decide what to do. Which you could do. I guess you could abuse that if you wanted to see everything in the game. But yeah, it's pretty good. I recommend it. I think it was on sale at one point for $2.50 or something, or half the price. I don't know where it was. Someone was tweeting me about it, but yeah, $5. Can't go wrong.
All right. We're going to take a quick 2-minute commercial break. Then we'll be back with some news. See you in 2 minutes.
Oh, hit him with that 3-minute, man. Come on. Come on.
Such a big break with the audio. If we don't talk, that is.
It's all right.
Well, maybe we should just edit that out of the audio version so that it's
That's cute. I did that the last time that Dan asked me to, so you can check the goddamn tape, Brandon, before you come at me next time. I edited out
shit.
3 pregnant pauses.
Oh, did you?
Pregnant.
That's
Good.
That's
Yeah, because I knew they were in there, so I was like,
Yeah, you told me.
Is
and I was
that
like,
is that why sometimes it takes you until like the next day to get it done?
Okay, I don't want to listen. I don't want to come at you right now about this, but there is the only tool that I have, because Pamela is a bitch, is Night Dev's like Twitch down or whatever, and everyone and their mother uses that thing. And so like I will try from like 1 in the afternoon to like 7 sometimes, and it will just say servers are too busy, and then at one point it'll actually combine the parts and give it to me. But we definitely, I don't know, we might need to.
If only there was a way, like using the device that you're on now, like it's the personal computer that you're using. If only there was a way for you to just record the audio coming into your PC with a program.
Well, like I said, man, Pamela doesn't work, man. So what would you say? Where should we go from here with this? Also, it needs to be able to. I guess I have to record, and it has to record my mic too. So it can't just come in. Are you trying to tell me to open Audacity? Actually, that would work. God damn it. Okay, I don't want. You know what? I just don't want the responsibility of having to do that. Dan, listen. Let's.
Oh my god.
Try to get Pamela back.
No, Pamela's dead. Bitch
She's
is
totally
dead.
God, she sucks.
Yeah, she doesn't work at all. I don't even try anymore. I don't know what happened the second week of January, but it just stopped.
She just spent, yeah.
It was like well after a Skype update where it had worked too, which was the weird part. So
Skype might have end of lifed whatever API they were using.
Whatever API that was.
Didn't you pay for Pamela? Shouldn't that be?
We bought Pamela, at one point.
I mean, let's be fair. We got a lot of use out of that program.
Yeah, we got way more than $25 for it.
But I expect a creative mind like you, Scott, to be able to come up with another solution.
The creative mind is willing, but the creative body is weak, Brandon. Okay.
Well, listen, whatever it takes to get a quality product up on our website by Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern, that's all I care about. You figure out the details.
Listen, I don't want to air the dirty laundry, but I know for a fact you like to post the cast before you go to bed one day early, not the day of. And I'm not going to say that puts unnecessary pressure on me.
I don't know if you know this,
but
I don't know if I need to explain the way time zones work, but 12 p.m. Eastern is 9 a.m. Pacific.
I understand. And I figure as someone as your stature and has had as much illustrious success in their career would be up by, I would say, probably 7 every day and would have plenty of time to post the podcast.
But I still got to upload files and do all sorts of things. Okay. There's a lot of responsibility on my shoulders.
I will say Dan has alluded to how complicated it was to try to post the podcast when you weren't there or whatever. Dan, remember?
Mm-hmm. It sucked real bad.
I can't do it.
All right.
Magic doesn't work itself.
All right, Brandon,
let's plow through some news. Okay. Like that white girl threw booze at that bar. Let's plow right through this.
Give me your hat.
The first and probably biggest thing, which isn't truly gaming, but the FCC has voted in favor of regulating ISPs as utilities. And so basically net neutrality is now a thing. It is passed there.
Yay!
Comcast is saying, of course,
yes.
So the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me, so let me see. Try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me.
God damn it.
So,
well done.
So we have an article going up tomorrow, kind of going into more detail about it if you are interested. The staff do not agree on this at all. Anyway, but basically we shall see how far this goes, where it takes us. It's a good sign to start with until they start suing. They will sue, like Verizon and Comcast, etc. Will sue the FCC and try to get this all repealed. We'll see where it goes, but it's a good sign to start with, especially for those of us who make some money on the internet.
When does Reddit get their gold FCC victory trophy because they made this happen?
We did it, Reddit.
Reddit gold. Wow, thanks, guys. I'm so honored.
God damn it.
So that was the thing that happened. It's good. We put out our build guides on the second to last day of February. We did get them done. We should.
I told Bob we should just make them the early
March guides,
and he was like adamant that we agreed to do them every month. So these were going to be the February guides.
Yeah,
I was like, well,
I was kind of adamant about that as well. But so Bob did them this month. Brandon was moving, so we never were able to really get together to do them. But Bob did some really good stuff this time. He managed to fit an R9 280 in the $500 build, which is quite a big upgrade over a 750 Ti. The 500, I would say right now, is definitely better than like a PS4 by a pretty wide margin at this point.
Yeah, the only thing the 500 doesn't really have is a modular power supply.
Yeah.
That's really the only sort of, thing that's like moving up in price gets you for sure.
And the 800, that now has a 970 in it. So for $800, you get pretty much the second best video card available. And of course a 4960K or 4690K, excuse me. You can check these out. Yeah, thank you for linking mods in the chat. You can check them out, of course, on kbmod.com if you haven't checked them out. The 1300, Bob added a liquid cooler to that one. Brandon and I usually haven't put one in there, but it's got a 970 in it as well. And a 4790K. Processors won't be changing, which we'll talk about that in a second. But Bob did put a Haswell E 6-core in the $1,800 one this month, along with a 980. So for $1,800, that is just a absolute monster of a PC. I'm glad we were able to get them out, but yes, pretty late in February. But we
the $1,800 build, if you look at February versus January, like you can start at that price point. You can start doing so much. Like if you wanted to make YouTube videos or whatever, like you wanted that better processor, then you can definitely do that and go Haswell E. Or if you only do gaming and you want to have like the sickest gaming rig, like we did in January, you can do SLI 970s, which is nuts. So like there's so much, once you get to that kind of price point, there's so much you can do that with these guides, like we sort of sometimes we just try to emphasize the amount of choice you have. It's like looking at February versus January, those are two very different builds at the top end, but both of them are equally ridiculous.
Yeah. So the reason I said that processors won't be changing for a while is because Broadwell isn't basically going to have any sort of powerful desktop parts, which was the thing that just came out by Intel. So if you are looking to upgrade your processor, your CPU, you're probably going to be looking at the fall before anything new comes out of note, especially if you're a gamer. The Skylake processors have been reportedly delayed until August at least, so we won't be seeing any change in that. It'll continue to be the Haswell parts that we've used for roughly a year now. So if you are looking for an upgrade, save your money. You have several months. So, but they should be. This is the bigger jump in performance is Skylake. So,
I think it is still a fine time to buy though. Like there's the performance on the Haswell or the Devil's Canyon refresh, and then obviously Haswell E. Like those, I mean, the performance is really really good. Unless you need to be on the bleeding edge, there's no reason to like hold off for a CPU upgrade.
Yeah. So moving on, GTA 5 for PC delayed once again. This time to April 14th. As a person who's getting Bloodborne, I'm quite happy.
I have no problem with this delay.
Yeah, me neither.
They can delay it honestly as many times as they want, because I would much rather have that and then like have a great working game that is actually really good than them have to stick to a release date and then the product isn't great on day one.
So the 14th of April now becomes a really awesome day, especially if you don't have much money to spend on video games. April 14th, GTA 5 for PC comes out. Mortal Kombat 10, or Mortal Kombat X, excuse me, comes out. X, yes.
Not 10.
Which looks awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic.
The fact that they added Predator in there, like, gave me goosebumps. I'm like, that's fucking genius.
That trailer was godlike, that story trailer. And also, Titan Souls also comes out that day, which was a game that I really, really loved from PAX Prime. It is a sort of... It's hard to explain. Basically, everything is a boss fight in it, and you have one arrow with which to kill the boss. And that's it. You have one arrow, and you have to avoid and basically learn the boss patterns. And if you die, that's it. It's a roguelike. So it's pretty cool. Titan Souls looks awesome. So all those are coming out on the same day. It's only going to cost you like $140 if you want them all that day. So all that comes out, and that is a week after the new Dark Souls 2 edition comes out, and 12 days after Project Cars comes out. So it's like April is becoming a busy month. Everything got kicked out of March. Everything. So, yeah, April 14th, big day. And along with that GTA 5 thing, they showed off some of the PC screenshots. You can go check those out on numerous sites. It looks incredible. It looks absolutely incredible. Definitely going to be worth the wait on GTA 5. Well, Street Fighter 5 news. They're going to have 2 really large open beta tests for Street Fighter 5. No date on when those will happen. They also introduced one of the characters on the roster besides Ryu and Chun-Li. Charlie Nash is coming back, who was last in very much older editions of Street Fighter. Hasn't been in a game for a bit. He is like, looks like sort of a Guile type character. He's Guile's friend in the lore of it. So,
Street Fighter lore.
Yeah, Street Fighter lore. But right
that
now,
deep lore.
Yeah, the deep complete.
I saw the movie. I know what's going on.
Yeah,
right?
the movie is about as
I hope you
bad
mean the
shit
live
as
action
insane. Yeah,
Of course. There's another movie?
Yeah, there was an anime movie that was actually pretty good.
Oh.
the one that they did last year was really good. Actually, they did like a mini.
They did one
series.
last year?
Yeah, Assassin's Fist. Yeah, it's actually quite
I had no
good.
idea.
But there's a lot of concerns right now in the Street Fighter community that the game is looking incredibly slow and too defensive right now. I've seen it. I follow a lot of FGC people on Twitter, so a lot of them are voicing it. Daigo came out with a sort of rundown of what he thinks is wrong with Street Fighter V currently, as he's someone who's gotten to play it already. So lots of concerns. I don't know why everyone is so up in arms, though. It's like a year plus from that thing even coming out at all. So they're not going to make a game that's not competitive.
Because if the internet isn't bitching, they're not doing their fucking job.
Exactly.
So that's the fucking the job of the internet.
So
But yeah, I remember when they showed it at the end of previewed it for the first time, and everyone was just like, "Too slow, garbage game." It's just like Twitch chat just blows up. It's like, okay, yeah, it's garbage, dude. Year and a half out, dude. Nope, no hope, man. Put it away. Make another one.
Cancel
the thing. Cancel it.
So we'll see. That game is only, for those that don't know, Street Fighter V is only coming out on PC and PS4. So,
I get fucked, Microsoft.
which is kind of crazy. I'm guessing Sony paid through the nose on that one. So,
Exclusivity.
because they said this isn't even timed. They were like, this is the only console this will ever be on. So there you go. That's pretty definitive. And as I just got done saying March was empty of releases since everything got delayed, Hotline Miami 2 releases on March 10th, just 9 days away, right after PAX East. You guys who are going to PAX East, you better play it at East.
Oh yeah, I already got a bunch of meetings scheduled with Devolver games. So like that, Titan Souls, like a bunch of their other unannounced games.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good times.
Yeah, Hotline Miami 2, hugely looking forward to that. The soundtrack alone, let alone the game, soundtrack is godlike. The stuff they put out from that. So March 10th for Hotline Miami 2. And now some Hearthstone news. Apparently there has been some data mining done within the current Hearthstone client, which has hinted at a new expansion revolving around Blackrock Mountain. We may see some of this at PAX East. Blizzard has a pretty huge presence there this year. But it's only been, what, like 3 or 4 months since...
Yeah, Goblins vs. Gnomes came out in December. So I mean, I guess maybe they could announce the next one, but it seems kind of fast. unless they're doing something different. I mean, like so far the 2 expansions have been very different in scope. Like Nexramus was sort of more of an adventure and didn't really affect the actual game that much, like the competitive scene. Whereas Goblins vs. Gnomes with the PAX affected it a ton. So if they did more of like a kind of $10 or $20 adventure kind of thing, that would make a lot more sense to me than like they're definitely not ready to put in another set of packs or anything. But Black Rock Mountain is like definitely the right lore. I would love to see that.
Yeah, and that's already like a defined raid. They could definitely make that work. And on top of that, like they may be planning to do this in kind of like a TikTok kind of deal. Just do like adventure expansion, big card pack expansion, and then just alternate those.
That'd be cool.
The Ragnaros card back I think is actually for this month.
Yeah.
So so I don't know. It says the data mining indicates that the other 2 card backs they found have unique requirements, which is kind of interesting because you would think that it would happen like this month. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they could have waited to put those in until future month. But I don't know. Maybe they'll announce something at PAX. It seems pretty quick for them to actually launch anything now.
I think the big thing at PAX this year, which you all need to go do it, a lot of you, is go play Overwatch. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be playable there. Or whatever it's called now. Or whatever they're going to call it.
Oh, are they changing it?
Titan Watch.
Yeah, I guess they had... Titan Watch. That's what it should be. I guess someone was suing over the trademark on that or something. Not sure. I think it was like a outside of gaming company was suing over Overwatch. But anyway, yeah, the reason they found this Hearthstone expansion was there was a card back that had a note in it saying purchase BRM presale. So, I mean, pretty much says.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter what it is. I'm going to order it. So,
new releases this week. Only one of note: the Zombie Army trilogy is coming out.
Yes,
the third game in the Nazi Zombie Army trilogy from the Sniper Elite dudes comes out on Friday. So, if you're into that, you can purchase that then. How much is it? Let me see here.
$45.
$45. Oh, is it like all 3 games? Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's remastered.
It is the trilogy.
Okay, remastered editions of Nazi Zombie Army 1 and 2 come with it. So okay, that makes a little more sense. Yeah, I'm sure Sark will be playing that. But yeah, that is it for the news, guys. We're going to take another 2-minute commercial break here, and we'll be back with viewer questions. It'll be interesting, as always.
It was a slow week.
Oh, of course.
It was a slow week, and it's because it's right before PAX, so we're like, nothing gets announced, because they're all saving it for PAX stuff. Oh yeah, if you are going to PAX East and you're a sub, because if you're a sub, you can hear me right now. Our very own Bob will be on a panel at PAX this year.
I'm gonna be on one too.
Building a PC with Steve from Newegg and some dudes from Asus and Thermaltake. So,
I should probably attend that panel. None of my builds have ever gone right.
Yeah, they're building it in this fucking cube case, which looks cool as shit. I forget who makes it. I forget what it was. NZXT. I don't know. Bob was linking it all week, but yeah. Wait. Katie Zen.
Oh, did he? No.
He did.
No. Not ready.
Also, I am actually going to be on a panel. I'm going to be on the Twitch town hall, which I'm very, very excited about.
I went to that at Prime. It was awesome.
It was really good at South too. So I'm hoping to do that justice.
God, we have so many questions now. I have to put this on, Brandon.
Yeah.
I have to put this on here, though.
I can delete some of the garbage ones if you want.
Wow, dude.
Let's see.
Hold up. Let me type this in. Because y'all moving the document around. Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
What happened now?
Katie Zen just sending it. Oh my
I can't even read parts of this.
No, I don't know where it's going. I'm not going to spoil it for myself. I won't. I want to hear you read it out loud.
Yeah, it's always
Look at it.
reading it
So
is
much
always such an experience in itself.
Oh no.
It's been about a month and a half since he's written those. All right, we are back. Viewer question time here on the podcast. And let me time stamp it real quick. First question here from MadPup70 on the Twitter, the tweeters. If I'm going to read this exactly as it's written, Brandon, because that's what you want me to do. If there was a battle royal,
That's the possessive there.
That's the possessive there. THEIR. If there was a battle royal of 80s and 90s movie action stars, who would be the winner? How much would if cost to watch on PPV?
Wow. I mean, I definitely get the gist, but just the execution just wasn't quite there for Mad Pup.
Yeah. No.
But definitely get the gist.
I give that question a 2 out of 10.
I don't actually know where to inflect the sentence.
Yeah.
Who would be the winner? How much would if cost to watch on PPV?
Would. How much would? That's the end of the question. How much would? And then if... Wait. Fuck. Yeah, this is hard. How much would if cost to watch?
I don't know, it would have been better if it was HPV. Why are we watching this on human papillomavirus? I don't...
Just sitting there staring
really
at
weird.
like 3 inches from a guy's crotch. Just got a TV installed in there for whatever reason. Little 2-incher.
So
I mean that's such a broad question though. Like of
Snake
80s
Plissken.
and 90s movie action stars?
yeah,
Like,
but I mean that's a lot of crossover. It's not like you're
Snake Plissken, $60. Next question.
so Kurt Russell.
No, it has to be. Yeah, it has to be
It has to be the star.
Actor. It's the
Yeah.
actor.
Yeah.
So it'd be
Okay.
JCVD.
I feel
Same
like
answer.
it's-
Snake Plissken.
It's not. It's just
Kurt
going with
Russell.
Snake Plissken.
Kurt Russell's still a pretty good option. Have you seen his rugged facial hair? I think he's probably a badass.
I'm going. Well, I think Diction may be correct, but I think it comes down. If it's a battle royal, which means that they're all in a ring at the same time, it's between Seagal and Jean
Dude,
Claude
he's
Van Damme.
fat and pointless. Come on.
Yeah, but they both actually have actual. Although Schwarzenegger's in this thing too, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Damn,
Raw power.
Raw power.
Raw frosty
two know
power
how to
for
fight,
Schwarzenegger.
Like that's.
I
The
feel like
thing.
Schwarzenegger was like a tank, but he's not fast, and the faster ones would take him down.
Yeah,
JCVD is strong and fast, and he can do the splits.
Yeah,
I actually
you're
really
right.
like the
You're
idea
right.
of Seagal because like Van Damme is easily the most badass, but that's gonna make people like kind of respect what he can do and fear him and like try to gang up on him and form allegiances. Nobody's gonna take Seagal seriously. People forget that he actually knows martial arts. He's just gonna be sitting there like squinting at him, like looking like Alec Baldwin and shit, and then look at the ponytail. And they're gonna be like,
isn't he like a police officer in some town, or was that just for his reality show? But then
No,
isn't
no, he
Oh no,
actually is a
that was
police
actually his
officer.
real life.
okay.
Yeah.
Is that what he does? Is he a cop?
Mm-hmm.
Or, okay.
He's a fucking.
you a
cop.
fucking cop.
He's a
The
co-op.
thing is I've just been reminded that Jackie Chan was during this time as well.
Ooh.
I feel like Jackie Chan would
Yeah.
refuse to fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he might.
Y'all honor brew.
I mean, Jackie Chan though, absolutely.
He would just
formidable.
dodge. He would just dodge until everyone else
very
like,
athletic.
knocked themselves out.
Yeah, he would like
Entirely
clumsily Charlie Chaplin his way through the fight without actually landing a blow.
Yeah.
Just accidentally hurting people, and then it just like stand up and everyone's dead somehow.
Drunken Master
Sonny.
style.
Did no one mention Dolph Lundgren? Which
He's just a
Rocco
big
wanted.
tank as well.
He's just a big
He's
he wouldn't
slow.
be in contention. Yeah, you're right.
No.
Like the thing is, Van Damme is an actual kickboxer.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
Seagal is actually a black belt in karate. Like, that's why I'm going with those two in the end.
I'm pretty sure Van Damme has killed people with his feet.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris.
ass.
Chuck Norris.
Chuckles. Ooh,
Ooh, that's
man.
a good.
Chuck
that's a
Norris
good
is
choice.
actually legit. Yeah, martial
Yeah.
artist.
Yeah, he's-
very
yeah,
in
he's-
shape. I don't.
Back
he's
then he
pretty
was.
hardcore. Back
That's
then,
like
yeah.
pre-meme Chuck Norris too.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. yeah.
Chuck Norris is like 75, bros.
He looks
Is
like
he
he did
really?
when he was 50,
Yeah.
though. It's
Yeah, I
ridiculous.
know.
He's
It's
insane.
incredible.
Chuck Norris is great.
Chuck Norris is great.
I just love Chuck
See,
Norris.
people saying like Bruce Willis and Roger Moore and stuff, no, those dudes are immediately eliminated. Like, Bruce Willis does not know how to fight. I don't think
Bruce
Bruce
Willis
Lee
is an
Bruce Lee
actor.
wasn't
He's not-
using-
Yeah, Bruce Willis has more talent like singing than he does in actual like fighting, and he's a
Yeah.
terrible fucking musician. Bruno, please.
So you're making assumptions on people's fighting ability, assuming they've never gone to LAN.
God damn it.
Everybody
Yeah.
can fight at LAN.
Yeah,
So.
that's true.
Also, suddenly Bruce Willis like kicks in Nick's door and just see him show up in the back. He's like, "Let's go, boy!" I don't know he's talking like that. He doesn't sound anything like that.
No.
But
Macaulay
That's his LAN voice.
Macaulay Culkin
Culkin from Home Alone.
I don't think Home Alone was an action movie.
No.
He's got the ring all rigged up with all sorts of.
Bruce Lee wasn't 80s or 90s, was he? Bruce Lee was...
Bruce Lee died in 1970.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been
Yeah,
70s.
he died
And
before the
60s.
80s, yeah.
Oh no, he died in 1982. I want to say.
Right.
But he wasn't making like his last movie was in like 1980.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess technically that counts.
Yeah.
All right.
John Candy. Someone said John Candy. Just not an action hero. Not, I mean, funny.
John
very funny,
Belushi, like,
John Belushi, yeah.
or just naming the classic.
Aykroyd and Belushi from
Chris
Blues
Farley.
Brothers.
Yeah, as a tag team.
Chris
As a tag
Farley
team
and
duo,
David
the Blues
Spade
Brothers.
going in.
All right. Next question. At exclusively Matt on Twitter asks, if you had to be mentally linked to any person, i.e., hear all their thoughts for a year, who would it be and why?
Danny DeVito.
Wow, that was fast.
That was
I want to know
really
what
quick.
I know what his dialogue is like. I want to know what his inner monologue.
You just want to
is
see
like.
how he's actually thinking.
yeah.
Yeah.
I bet he doesn't think in words. He just thinks in That's just his mind constantly, and it's all with like perverted connotations. I want to see
Danny
it.
DeVito is one of the weirdest motherfuckers to ever do it.
Anything.
What's
Anything.
it like to
He's
live?
fucking written and directed
life.
films too. Is like
Yeah,
the
it's
I think he's
crazy.
just gone senile.
Yeah,
It's-
you might be
Just
right.
keep me on Always Sunny. It keeps me safe. That's what
Yeah, like his
Yeah.
It's Always Sunny. Like the longer that character goes on, like his hair is crazier and like he's still bald, but he's got like the side hair, but it gets longer and wispier and crazier. And I feel like they just don't put him through makeup. Like I think he just shows up that way, and they're like they don't like try. They don't even try to make him look crazier or even try to clean him up a little bit. He just shows up and like refuses to get a haircut. I feel like that's all him.
Yeah.
And some good ones from chat here. Jaden Smith would be hard.
That
to
was gonna be
survive.
mine. That was gonna be mine. Yeah.
You
mean,
want
see-
that though?
Yeah,
I think
want
that'd
that?
be fascinating.
yeah.
Are you
Man,
gonna
the new-
come out? Are you gonna come out the
Does
other
he
side?
speak
the
in
same
that? Does
person?
he speak in that grammar? Is the most interesting part.
That's
Does
yeah.
he
Like
speak in all capitalized first letters?
when that year ends, you might be like significantly dumber.
No, just damaged. I think you might.
I'll be a
damaged.
Scientologist. It won't matter.
Or you might be fucking enlightened and not as judgmental like we all
I
are.
mean,
That's all he's trying to do, man. Like
you might be.
his new song, kind of fire, kind of good. You gotta listen to it. It's pretty good. I'm not even being sarcastic.
I just.
Scott, I don't want
Uh,
to talk to you right now.
I'm
Oh, I'm
down
telling
with the
you. Get
Jaden
up.
Smith selection. I'm down with that diction. I just
The-
feel like you come out the other side of that year, and I don't know where you are. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
Mine's obscure, but mine is, and for any of you OG YouTubers out there who remember Dax Flame, Lisa Nova days, way back when YouTube was still on the give me 5 stars system. Actually, yeah. There's this kid Dax Flame who was one of the most popular vloggers. Couldn't figure out if he was autistic, like somewhat mentally slow, like on the autism spectrum, or just an actor. Or like, and so he would do these vlogs and they're incredible. And he's actually picked up since his like YouTube success. He's ended up picking up some movie parts and stuff like that. But like no one, from what I can understand, in all these videos I find, he never breaks character, at least publicly, to anybody. And so there's a video, there's actually a video of Bo Burnham talking about Dax Flame and about how he actually was working with him on this one thing. And the camera guy just comes up to Bo Burnham. He's like, what do you think of Dax Flame? And Bo Burnham's like, he's either the greatest actor of all time who never breaks character. Like, he's either a god or he is who he is. But he's like, I have no idea. He's like, I was with him for like hours and he never broke character once. So anyway, I just want to see if I can't figure it out. I can't figure out if he's a troll or if he is as good as I think he is. So anyway. He was in yeah, are you guys talking about the movies he was in? Oh, sorry. I shouldn't address chat directly. Just slap myself. Sorry, Brandon, I did it for you. Anyway. So mine would be Dax Flame.
I think.
I feel like I don't know. I would have to have more parameters around what this means because I don't think I'd choose anyone if I have to be mentally linked to them for an entire year and I can't turn it off.
Yeah.
It's like how do you even survive that year when like you're trying to focus on something and then all of a sudden their thoughts are also in your head? It's like, yeah, that sounds cool, except that would be horrible. Because then you basically can't live your life without like all of these interruptions that you probably don't care about.
If you
think about all of the like mundane, stupid things that you have to think about all the time that just no one else would find interesting.
Think about the fucked up things you think that would be just directly transferred.
I actually know exactly what that's like because I just say them anyway, and then everyone tells me. Everybody starts spamming Resident Sleeper in chat.
It would be like following Nick on Twitter. That's what it would be like.
Wow.
Basically. That's if you want to.
My answer would be Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Why not?
Okay.
I want Will Smith from like Fresh Prince though. Like I don't want present day Will Smith because it's all just like. Why don't I murder my son?
But that's the thing is if you like you would get an insight into Will Smith's real opinion of his children.
That's true.
Which is maybe more valuable than their own psyche.
I think, I mean, there's been lots of good ones said. Kanye West would be a good one.
Oh, God, yeah, that's
fucking
fantastic, actually. But I want that for like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, tops.
For
that
long.
I want to know what he really thinks about Kim Kardashian, and that's it.
I want to know what he thinks about Kanye. What does Kanye think about Kanye?
I think Kanye is much more insecure than Kanye lets on.
That's what I'm thinking.
His greatest shit is all an
Kanye
act.
persona.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's like the greatest actor of all time. He's got to keep that up.
Someone in chat did say Riff Raff, which would also be another good one because that character is dedicated right there. Or is he a character? I mean,
don't know.
Pretty sure he is, but he's pretty good. Little B would be good too. How did I not think of Little B? God damn it.
I don't know, Lil B. I don't know.
It would be questionable, but
I want to know the process that he goes through when he thinks up a tweet. That's what I want to know.
I don't know if there's
I want to know what Lil B sits there before he tweets. If he's like, what? And I also want to know why he signs all his tweets.
To let you know that it's just in case there's no impersonators. It's
Lil B. Yeah.
He also followed all those million accounts by himself. He also tweeted about that. He said, "I did it. I follow over 1 million people, and I did it all by myself." So he's a legend.
He was just in Pittsburgh last week.
Really?
Fuck, wait, why weren't you there?
Because I'm not a CMU student. I couldn't go.
Damn.
It was
they fucking had him at Carnegie Mellon?
Yeah, they had him.
He did a. Yeah.
He's a
should have been enrolled to go to the show.
It's the best thing I've ever heard.
Just drop out.
Just 43 grand or whatever.
No, dude, those Carnegie Mellon kids, man, for such a good school, they're pretty weird.
Yeah.
Into some weird shit.
Yep.
Like Lil B or like BDSM?
Like playing Pepsi Pong at frat party.
Yeah.
Why are suggestions all stupid people and not smart people? Because being in a smart person's brain would be exhausting. Like,
Stephen Hawking's brain? Dear God, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to be in Steve Hawking. Yeah, no way.
I'd be under so much stress knowing how the universe is going to kill me at all times.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it would be like listening to like the hardware part of the podcast, like constantly. I wouldn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
It's like, what do I do? Yeah. All right.
Jar Jar. Okay, that's enough. And that's not a real...
Tommy Wiseau. That's a...
All right, that would be interesting. But that is a very risky choice. That is like, you might not come back out.
No, that's a Jaden Smith level of risk. With Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, it's like you could end up finding a guy who's just a brilliant troll and he's completely normally functioning, or you could come back like somebody curled up in a fetal position in a mental hospital eating his own feces. Like there's a risk to be taken.
All right. Next question. Fox Alive asks, aka K9, because he can't stick with a goddamn moniker. Where did you have your birthday parties as kids?
Discovery Zone?
Yeah, my house too. I'm with that addiction. I didn't ever have like the Chuck E. Cheese or the Discovery Zone though, which are all out of business now, by the way.
You never did Chuck E. Cheese
that brings
ever?
me back.
No, I never did.
Man,
I
love Chuck E.
did.
Cheese. Definitely did some birthdays.
Discovery
there.
Zone was like a Chuck E. Cheese.
It was like
Q's
more
are
of a
Bigger.
I think I
Ball
did
pit.
one birthday at
Qzar, yo.
Qzar.
Qzar is so good.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Discovery Zone here right now. Oh,
Yeah,
it Rippa
yeah.
dipped in '99. It Rippa dipped. Wow.
We had a laser tag place called Laser Quest that
I
I think
did
I had a
laser
few
tag.
birthdays at.
Yeah.
We had a laser tag place that it was it's not where I had all my birthdays because a lot of times like my parents were just like no fuck that because it was pretty expensive to have a party there, but once or twice I did have a birthday party there, or one of my friends did, and it was called Ultra Zone, and it was fucking badass. If anybody's from the Philly suburbs that went to Ultra Zone, you definitely remember that place. Awesome arena. I went a couple times as an adult as well. It was still fucking awesome, and they had the best arcade games in the lobby, to the point that like when they called your party for your actual game of laser tag that you were there for, you kind of didn't want to go because they had Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which was where I first found out about that. Before that, they had Marvel vs. Capcom 1. They had Raiden 2, which is my favorite shmup of all time. They just had so many good arcade games, like way better than any actual arcade in the area. So it was just really the shit. It was the best. I think they still have that Marvel 2 machine.
I'm currently looking up Discovery Zone lore. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, Discovery Zone brings me back. I think I might have had a birthday there, but it's like
Dude,
that's way back.
You want to know a company? Like, this is like the definitive like bubble story here with this company. Discovery Zone was founded in 1989 and went completely defunct in 1999. It only lasted 10 years. That shit was only around for 10 years. And they had an IPO for $50 million in 1994 and were bankrupt by 96.
Jesus.
Like,
Wow.
good lord, man. With 400 million in losses.
Wow. Talk about sinking.
They were owned by Viacom, the big and Blockbuster Video, which tells you
Wow.
where that.
Good Lord.
Yeah, Blockbuster. doing well,
Blockbuster
so
Video.
That's good.
We had some
Are there
places like that weren't like it wasn't Discovery Zone, but there's a place called like Jungle Gyms, and I think maybe one or two other kind of like I don't know if they were local or just kind of like not huge chains, but I mean those were always fun.
Yeah, these Discovery Zone is just massive like slides and playground shit.
Some
which
ball
was-
pits and shit.
Yeah. No real video game type focus, but all right. Tyler M writes, "What are some of the best songs from the '90s?" That's like so broad. Recently, I listened to the album "All Eyes on Me" by Tupac, and was inspired to go deeper and find the classics of my era. I mean,
90s.
I mean that's 10 years worth of music. There's a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
so
it.
broad. I mean, anything by the Spin Doctors. I mean, sign me up. Dude. Just get that in there.
Shit, Bombs Over Baghdad was 2000. Fuck this game.
yeah, that Outkast album was late there.
90s. I mean,
Stank
God,
on You
it's
was
a lot.
so good.
The Dave Matthews Band.
Fuck out of here.
Bare
on,
Naked
dude.
Ladies.
Bare Naked Ladies.
That was actually a really solid album.
Ben Folds 5, bro.
Oh, Ben Folds 5, yep.
Bonnie
Eagle Eye
Raitt.
Cherry, dude.
When was Melancholy and the Infinite
Saved
Sadness?
tonight.
Because
94?
that was the best album.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
there
is
you
the
go.
best album. Yeah. Just basically anything by the Smashing Pumpkins.
Go
in
Say
the
Tonight
90s.
Tonight, then, in 1979 were the best songs.
There you go. What is love? Whatever song that
God
was.
damn it. Oh.
Blink 182. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
hell yeah. So many good Blink songs in the 90s.
Was that First Date? Because that's the greatest
Later
music video
90s.
ever. Blink 182 First
yeah.
Date.
Turn the Radio Off by Real Big Fish was an album from the 90s. That was a really good one.
Real Big
Um,
Fish. The Mighty Mighty
they had
fucking
Sell Out.
Boss Tones.
Yeah, I think their big breakout album, Let's Face It, was 90s too. It was either 90s or early 2000s, but that was where the impression that I get came from. I'm pretty sure that was 90s.
Anything by Creed. Thank you for bringing that up, Brewster. Anything. 'Cause
Literally
I'm
anything.
Literally
less
anything.
brute.
Hold up, I gotta look something.
The thing is that Creed did not have the reputation then that they do now.
No, they did not.
No, they didn't. They were
Like,
one of the biggest bands in the world.
Yeah, people legitimately liked Creed.
I did. I own the album.
Yeah. No, I did not. I mean, I listened to Creed back then.
I know. Me too, dude.
Dude, My Own Prison, back when it came out.
Yeah, it was. I remember that.
Not bad at all.
A lot of '90s music I didn't find until after the '90s. Like a lot of the rock that I listened to.
You're probably
like,
younger.
Yeah, like Metallica released the Black Album in '91. I love that album, but I was 3 when it came out, so I didn't find it until I was like a teenager. So it's
all the Offspring. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good
Keep
one.
them separated.
Was Americana 2000s?
I was
Or
like
was that
90, no,
90s?
I was like 97, I think.
Was it?
98.
Because that was a really good album. That album still holds up pretty well.
Limp Bizkit. Oh, God.
It's all about the he said, she said
I was gonna
bullshit.
say.
Is that the band that live streamer Fred Durst was in?
Yes.
He
Call
live
of Duty
streams on
champion
Twitch.tv.
Frederick Durst.
He does indeed.
Frederick Durst.
Nickelback's Photograph came out in 2005. I was also upset.
Yes.
Damn.
I just looked up System of a Down, but they were like 2000s though. Actually,
No, their first album was in the 90s.
yeah, that's right. No, okay, System of a Down. The first one was 98. Yeah, Toxicity was
good Rage Against the
2001.
Machine stuff in the '90s.
Ooh, Rage Against the Machine.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike in chat brought up Corn.
Oh, God.
Okay,
Freak on a
we're
leash.
down.
We're done.
Feel it
like a freak on a leash.
That's pretty good right there. That's pretty good.
I always do that every time Corn comes up. I
That
always
was a
do
good
freak on a
Jonathan
leash.
Davis right there.
What the fuck are you doing, man? Like, I get it.
I don't know
I
what
get
the
it,
fuck
man.
it is. Just
There
got
were so
fucking
many
threads.
bands like that, like Stained and shit, that were just
Oh, God,
all the
Stained.
same thing.
Jesus
God.
Christ.
But the thing is that they weren't like when they were new, they weren't all the same thing because they hadn't been
Yeah, yeah.
around.
No,
so
you're
like
right.
a lot of
You're
those
right.
bands I liked back then, but I don't really like them anymore because they didn't bring anything else to the table after their initial stuff.
Dude,
Yeah,
fucking POD, man. Alive. I feel so alive. No? Is that 90s? That might be 2000s.
For the
I
very
think that
first
might be
time.
2000s.
That might
I
be.
submit Green Day's Dookie, the whole album.
Mm.
That was actually a really good
That's a
album.
really
It's
good
a
album.
really good
yeah.
album.
Really
It
good
is.
album, yeah.
It is. Shit, yeah, no, I think
Like
you're
that
right. I
one.
think it was 2000s. I don't know.
There you go. There's some 90s music for you guys to check out. We just went through all of it. All right, I'm going to attempt...
My old roommate used to fuck with whoever the bassist is of Green Day at his movie theater. He came in, he noticed him, and he asked for Milk Duds and popcorn. And for some reason, my friend said, I was like, "Would you like butter on your popcorn?" He's like, "Sure." I was like, "Okay." "Would you like butter on your Milk Duds?" He's like, No, I'm fine." and then every single time he came in after that, he would do the exact same thing.
Wow.
And every single time he get the same reaction, just like, no,
Poor
I'm
Trey.
okay, thanks. Yeah, it's Trey Cole.
Trey Cool, yeah.
That's awesome.
But it was like the stupidest prank. I was like, why did you think that's funny? He's like, I don't even fucking know. I was hungover that day.
Just punking Trey every time he tries to get Milk Duds.
Gotcha, Trey.
Got him.
Dumbass.
All right. This last one
Oh, God. All
comes
right.
from KD Zen.
Gotta prepare myself.
I have to mentally focus and hopefully read this correctly. I don't even know what the beginning means. I'll be honest. KD Zen writes, Hap Saint Pate date?
Yeah.
Oh, St. Patrick's Day.
Patrick's Day. Yeah,
Okay.
Pate date.
All right. Happy St. Pate date.
No.
In prep of St. Pooter's Day, which would be a very interesting holiday, me mom told me to pinch all me friends. I don't know. After complementating who to practice pinching on, me decide who else to poonch. But me good friend S&D's.
Oh, no.
Right.
Of course, me could not simple knock on door and pinch, so me decide to surprise John by sneak through his basement and pinch from behind. As I wade around the hoose, me can't help but notice faint smell of smegma. I pay it no mind, has an unusual cockurrence. I notice drapes over basement window. Perhaps he no want sun inside. Me pull apart drapes and sleuthly climb through window. All of a sudden, me have sensory overload of what is happening around me. All over les walls, I see posters of giant nude Latina men holding thermal sight interventions.
This fucking guy.
With minuscule cucks on muscly bodies. On a plain wooden door carved in blood, I see CSGO is fun. Door slam open, and who would have guessed it was John's fat cock holding John's fat cock. He barely have time to grip me to floor before he recommend his... Before he recommend his Psycho Audio Labs 5.1 headphones. This is such a throwback.
The twist.
Instead of inseminating me, he begins to continuously punch me in the gut, muttering something about repopulate ProMod. He starts shouting as he furiously manatterbates. A vicious fapping. His hands move at Mach 6 on his cuck, while he scream in open voice, "Honey, tell them I'm gay." After he done, he turns and sit on my face and asks, "If you could put a ProMod on any iteration of FIFA Brazil, what do choose?"
Well,
Dude,
I don't even know where the question was in
That
this
went
one.
a lot of places.
I don't think there was one.
I don't know that there was
No,
one.
the question is, what if you could put any
Okay.
iteration of ProMod in FIFA Brazil? What would you choose?
yeah.
I mean,
Very clean, like yeah, it's a basic
Yeah.
question.
You just
ProMod,
tacked
I
it
guess.
right on there.
I would put
I feel
ProMod
like-
on there.
I would put ProMod.
I feel like at this point, Katie Zen has had intercourse, not willfully, with a majority of the cast
Yeah.
at this point,
Yeah. It's getting weird.
and
Yeah,
I'm a little
it's
worried.
really-
Well, I don't think there was
really-
any intercourse there. It just looked like masturbation.
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, well,
John just punched him a lot.
There was
I guess.
definitely a sex act of some kind that
Well,
involved
to be fair,
punching.
I mean, he was committing a B&E.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
was.
John could do whatever he wanted
yeah.
at that
He
point.
finds the killer. Yeah. Or
Yeah,
the-
that's
the
true.
Snake. I just love that the revelation was that he recommends the Psycho Audio Lab 5.1 headphones. That's the twist.
I bought that thing.
Yeah,
I bought the cheaper one, the Kryptons. It was the worst headset I've ever owned. By far.
it weighed like 8,000 pounds. That's
Oh my god, dude! I had neck problems that entire year I used it.
That's it, guys, for this edition of the podcast. Big thanks to
It's not
Diction
quite it.
for coming on the cast.
Thanks, man.
Make sure you guys rate us on iTunes so we can get things like this.
Yes.
Featured iTunes review of the week. Brandon has found this one.
And we will continue. If we get good iTunes reviews, you may be featured on the cast. So I would
Yeah.
encourage everyone, even if you watch the cast live, go leave a review.
Mm-hmm.
We have very few rules about the reviews.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Well, there is one rule, and this follows it. You have to review under the name C Hodes. It can be. It can
Well,
be
your first
any,
name is up to you.
Yeah, first name's up to you. For instance, this week's review comes from a Charizard Hodes. This podcast is what I like to listen to while I shoot glitter from my butthole as the sun sets. Great casts every week. Thank you for the review.
Wow.
Charizard Hodes.
Charizard Hodes.
And there is a picture inserted, which you guys can't see, but apparently someone tried to search for Rule 34 Charizards, and we didn't get as much as we thought.
We hope to find more.
So please review and rate the podcast each week on iTunes or your preferred podcast service, whatever it may be. Thank you guys.
make sure it's 5 stars. The
Yeah.
content doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But
5
if
stars.
it's not 5 stars, like, why even bother?
Right.
So, thank you guys so much for listening once again, episode 179. We will be back next week. Yes, we will have a podcast. PAX East is happening, but we will still have a podcast. Make sure you guys check out all the stuff below the stream. Gunner Optics, Loot Crate, Game Fan Shop, all that good stuff. And subscribe if you really like what you see. And we will see you guys next week. Same time, same place.
Later.
A few of us will be at PAX, so
Yes.
if you want to come, if you're going to be there, then come say hi. We'll be around the Twitch booth. Nick's on a panel. It won't be hard to find us.
Diction's at East. Are you at East, Diction?
Yeah.
Yeah, Diction will be at East. So go see him as well. And follow Diction on everything. Twitch.tv/EatMyDiction. EatMyDiction1 on Twitter. And Eat My Diction. Is it Eat My Diction 1 on YouTube?
It's all Eat My Diction 1.
Okay.
All of it.
Yeah, on
I'm
Twitch
a
as
liar.
well.
Okay. All right.
Nice, man. Send him to a channel that doesn't exist.
Damn
man.
I was going to say that
Probably-
dude
probably
squatting on the
does
name without the one is probably real
Yeah,
happy
he's
right now.
Try to sell it to him.
Eat My Diction 1 everywhere. Go follow the things. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Later.
Yatta!